Hey everyone. So this week we were asked to choose between the good lives model or the risk need responsivity model as far as intervention methods for offenders. And I'm actually pretty surprised by my decision. And hopefully I can explain that in this video. So I actually prefer the risk need responsivity model over the good lives model, which surprised me. I ended up choosing risk need responsivity because I feel like it meets the client where they are rather than assuming that they're ready to hear everything that is being offered to them, like in the Good Lives model. I feel like the Good Lives model is great in theory, so long as you have a client who is voluntary and willing and ready to do the work and like really commit to their care and treatment. But for clients who are being voluntold to go through treatment, or if we're trying to attempt to reduce recidivism rates and get to that like just very top cause of what's contributing to recidivism, I think that RNR would be a more effective place to start. But that's not to say that Good Lives model doesn't have a time and place. I know that it came out of the RNR model, and so I almost feel as though they need to build off of each other, and starting with RNR and then going to GLM would be the best approach. For me, when I was going through the PowerPoint and doing the reading, I landed on social exchange theory because it's maximizing the benefits and minimizing the costs. And here in this instance, for what we're talking about for this class, the goal there is reducing recidivism. And so whether that's maximizing the benefit, reduce recidivism, and then minimize cost, recidivism, that's a cost to obviously public and society. I think for a for-profit system, they probably want recidivism in order to gain more monetary contributions. But my focus here is obviously on the client, not that system. I also think that RNR really focuses on how individuals learn through interacting with their environment, through like social behavior perspective. And so this kind of takes the needs of the individual into consideration a little bit more. Like in the video that we watched in the PowerPoint, two offenders who have similar offenses, but the root cause is different, are going to need different treatment. I think a blanket type of treatment that doesn't necessarily take into account autonomy and individual backgrounds and history is not going to be as effective, because we as humans are just complex people that have much more going for them. I like the GLM because it's a strengths-based perspective, but I just think it's too much too soon. And there needs to be a smaller approach that's more individualized to the person. Again, it meets the client where they are, not where we think that they should be. Because if you're not ready to do the work, it's not going to be effective. It's going to go in one ear, right out the other. And then I think that leads to burnout, frustration, increased recidivism. So yeah, overall, I would say I'm leaning towards RNR, but I think that they can work together very well, and start with RNR and go to GLM like as an ongoing support. But who's to say what the right answer is?